What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, Tony Mack. Return of the Mack. What's happening, man? And I got a boxing discussion for y'all today. Recently, I did a video talking about Gervonta Davis being robbed of his ESPY award for Boxer of the Year, in my opinion. They gave it to Clarissa Shields. Shout out to Clarissa Shields. You doing your thing, mama. You are the, GWOAT. As she was said of boxing, I like the way you say it too, girl. How you said you the GWOAT. I like the way you demonstrated through. You heard me? I'm gonna go ahead and keep it real. Anyway, man, but shout out to Clarissa Shields. You are the female GOAT of boxing. Nobody can take that away from you. However, I feel like my boy Tank Davis put in more work than everybody this past year, and he should have got Boxer of the Year, in my opinion. And I'm not going to hold off on that. But a few other names I felt like could have been Boxer of the Year too, i.e. Terrance Crawford, i.e. Errol Spence Jr. And that's who fighting today, and we want to talk about it. I know folks want to know, Tony Mack, who you got in the fight? Who you rolling with, Errol? Or you rolling with Crawford? Who you rolling with? Well, I'll talk about that in a second, but before I get into that, I would like to say thank you to all of y'all that's clicked on my videos, like, subscribe, been sharing them, been rolling with me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Because the only way we grow is if y'all let them know, and y'all been doing a great job of that. Just one like helps us small YouTubers go a long way. So if you like the content, go ahead on, share it. Go and put it out with everybody. Now that that's out the way, let's talk about it, all right? First, let's just talk about the respect that we should give to both of these fighters. Errol Spence Jr., Terrance Crawford. Terrance Crawford, pound for pound, #1 fighter in the world, and Errol Spence, I think, #3. They #1 and 2 in their division. They both pretty much around their prime. Really more Errol Spence in his prime. Terrance a little bit above his. I think he's like 34, 35. So Terrance a little bit above his prime. However, for them to throw it in there and get it on, both with undefeated records on the line, both with belts on the line, both with future money on the line, and say, I want to get in this ring and prove to the world who is the best, where we both still got it. You got to have respect for that. You know what I'm saying? You got to have respect for that. So win, loss, or draw, respect to Errol Spence Jr. and Terrance Crawford. Now, how I feel about the fight, I want Terrance Crawford to win the fight. I want Terrance Crawford to win the fight. I'm not going to lie to you on that. You know what I'm saying? Because he just seems so humble, man. He quiet. You don't hear him braggadocious. You know what I'm saying? He had one little argument with a boxer in the past. I think his name was Jose Benavidez or whatever like that. But after the fight, you don't see them having no wild words. Will let you know that was probably just something to hype the fight. You know what I'm saying? But you see Bud win a fight. You don't hear from him no more to the next fight. He go out there, he win the fight, do his interviews, and go home to the family. He put his family first. He, you know what I'm saying, just seemed very quiet, very private, very serious. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, you just want that type of person to win. You do sometimes. I get it. You know, I was a Mayweather fan, and I used to hate when black people used to always talk about, I want to root for Pacquiao over Mayweather. That used to bother the hell out of me. I'm like, man, you can go in the Philippines, and you ain't going to find not one team Mayweather, nothing. You put May and Weather together, they going to beat your goddamn man. Like, you better not put Mayweather, May better not weather her ass over there. It's going to be on in the Philippines. There was not one Floyd Mayweather fan over there in the Philippines. But you come to America, go to even Grand Rapids. Hell, go in Floyd's house. It probably was in the nigga in there rooting for Pacquiao. Couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. But then I had to look at it from a different perspective, and it's like, man, when you look at Floyd, boy, he looked like he just put his money in everybody's face to put him down. It's like, Tone, I can get that you like that Floyd is the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? He nice and nobody can't touch him in the ring and all that type of stuff, bro. But who wants to be around a person that always got to brag how their life is better than yours? And I was like, wow, man, that's what you got out of that? I just thought, I just thought Floyd Mayweather Jr. was just a kid who come from nothing that busts his ass to get what he's earned. And now that he's earned it, he's like, shit, I've earned it. Why not spend it? Why not take care of my family? Why not live my life and be fully expressive. So I never seen it like that until now. I'm a little bit older, so I'm like, yeah, I can understand why you want the hardworking person to win. But to my black people, Floyd still was black. And y'all was rooting against your own, knowing that not one Filipino person was going to ever choose Floyd over Manny Pacquiao. Y'all know that. I'm not trying to say is to be a racist. I'm not trying to say to be a racist. All I'm saying is boxing has a racist undertone. That's all I'm getting at. And we all know it. American white folks don't feel high and mighty either, because when Floyd was fighting Conor McGregor, yeah, you know, the fuck they made with us when Conor McGregor brought his motherfucking ass over here with all them Irish flags and stuff. Y'all wasn't putting up your American flags like you like to put them up at the Black Lives Matter rally. Y'all wasn't putting up them blue lives, but you wasn't putting up your red, white, and blue when Conor McGregor came in there to fight Mayweather, when you know we were supposed to be wearing American flags on that, because it's supposed to be USA versus Ireland. It wasn't supposed to be white versus black, or black versus white. So I call y'all out on it too. Now people want to get mad, but check out our Latino cousins. They represent everything come out of Mexico. They don't care. I've been trying to tell people for 7 years, Canelo Alvarez is a white boy. That motherfucker look like Dennis the Menace and Blake Griffin. That is a white boy. But they don't care. He come out of Mexico. Mexico coming to watch him. They don't care what he look like. That nigga look like Flavor Flav. If he coming out of Mexico, Mexico is going to watch him. Y'all know this. You can't get mad at them. You cannot get mad that none of us can out-fan a Mexican. We cannot get mad at that. None of us can out-fan a Mexican. I be trying to tell you, this cowboy fan niggas in the hood. Man, ain't nobody love the Cowboys. Nigga, ain't nobody don't love the Cowboys like us. I love the Cowboys. Bet you ain't gonna get that shit painted on your car like the Messiahs. They don't even know the fucking scope because they don't speak English. They don't even know. For all they know on the scoreboard, it's probably say if the Cowboys win the Super Bowl, we'll let y'all niggas get y'all citizenship. Go Cowboys! And I'm like, that's probably what I'm playing, man. Y'all know I love my Latino community. I'm just talking shit. But y'all do represent y'all boxers very well, and I do love that. Black people, we got to do better. We got to do better. I'm not going to lie. Part of the reason why I was riding with Mayweather, because not only was that nigga cold, he was black and he was cold. I'm keeping it real with you. Shit, I'm keeping it real with you. I'm a fan of Conor McGregor too, but a black Conor McGregor, I would have been a bigger fan of. I'm just keeping it a thou wow with you. You know what I'm saying? That's just being 100, standing on something. But in this fight, man, we got two great champions, Terrance Crawford going up against Errol Spence Jr. You know what I'm saying? Errol Spence is at his prime. You know what I'm saying? This kid is everything. If you was a boxing promoter or marketer, this is everything you want in a champ. Inside the ring, he does everything. He can win by knockout. He can go the distance. He's very technically skilled. Outside the ring, dude know how to hold his own in an interview. He know how to sell a fight. You know what I'm saying? He got swagger, drip, like them young niggas say. He got drip. You know what I'm saying? All the women of all races gonna probably want him. You know, so it's a perfect storm for Errol Spence Jr. to win this fight and move on to make that Mayweather money. You know, I can see that happening with his career. However, I like Bud, man. Bud been putting in work for a very long time in the boxing. He been fighting for a long time, and I feel like Bud don't ever get his just due. People always talk about he never had no spectacular fight, but he knocked down, who's that guy in the past, y'all? I hate that I keep doing that. But it was a guy that was coming up in the past, like a Cuban fighter. I'm pretty sure y'all gonna drop Gamboa. Y'all ain't even got to put it in the comment section. I remember when Gamboa was like the number 3 on the pound for pound list of fighters in the world, and Terrance Crawford came in there, and everybody was looking like, man, who is this kid? Gamboa running through everybody. He's gonna whoop him. And Terrance Crawford embarrassed that dude in his prime, and people still don't get his man his respect to this day. Like he not 43-0 with over 35 knockouts. Like, come on, man. Y'all got to give it up for Bud. So, for me, Bud, getting this victory over Errol Spence is going to forever give you the respect you deserve. Even though you number 1 on the pound for pound list, people still feel like your last opponents really wasn't about nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's the word on the street, you know what I'm saying? But it's funny they say that because Terrance Crawford knocked out the same people Errol Spence struggled with, if we're going to be honest with. I.e., what's the dude with, he finally got his teeth fixed, but he ain't have his teeth fixed back in the day, man. My man Sean Porter, the one rode with his daddy. Yeah, Sean Porter, a lot of people feel like Sean Porter won that fight with Errol Spence. Nobody don't want to talk about it, but some people feeling like Sean Porter won that fight with Errol Spence. It wasn't no doubt that he lost it to Terrance Crawford. So that's a food for thought. However, styles make fights and matchups are different. I remember in the past, this dude, Vernon Forrest used to give Sugar Shane Mosley trouble. Now, was Vernon Forrest on the skill level of Sugar Shane Mosley? No. Sugar Shane Mosley is way more important to boxing to Vernon Forrest. Shout out to Vernon Forrest. You still was a great fighter. However, styles make fights. For some reason, Sugar Shane Mosley just could not beat Vernon Forrest. He just couldn't. However, the guys who beat Vernon Forrest decisively, Sugar Shane had no problem with. So styles do make fights. So just because Bud knocked out Porter and Spence struggled a little bit with Porter does not mean that it means Bud just gonna beat him. You know what I'm saying? Spence is naturally a bigger guy, stronger guy, and punches harder. And he's younger. You know what I'm saying? All the advantages goes to Spence's favor. However, like I said, I want Bud to win, but I believe Spence is gonna win. I think it's somewhere my prediction, 10th round knockout. But y'all leave y'all opinion up. Y'all drop it in the comment section. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Even if what I said makes sense, you know. But keep it real and do like me. Stay real, but always do it with love. Peace.